Hey guys, welcome to Decide to Succeed. I am Deidre Chanel, and our guest today is Shelby Ray Brown, a successful dancer, actress, producer, as well as the creator and teacher of etiquette, performance, and self-presentation workshops. Shelby graduated with honors from HMI, Hypnosis Motivational Institute, in which she was invited to join the staff. Shelby is also a certified life coach as well as hypnotherapist, which we are here to share with you today. So I am eager and excited to learn more about hypnosis and to share this information with you all. So please welcome my friend, Shelby Ray Brown. Hey guys, so this is Shelby Ray Brown. Welcome to Decide to Succeed. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you.
And we are just gonna chill and talk. As you know, yes, Shelby is an actress as well as a dancer. She's done incredible things in the industry already. But more importantly, today we are talking about hypnosis.
Yes.
So I've only heard a little bit about hypnotherapy, but please tell us, especially people who may have possibly never heard of it or don't really know what it is. Like, what is hypnosis?
Well, hypnosis is...
I'm sorry, you have a little bit of whatever that is.
Got it?
Go.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, hypnosis is a state that we go into every single day. And it's not, you're conscious. You're not totally asleep.
Okay.
But it's kind of like a dreamlike state, at which point what you're open and receptive to your environment. Okay? And I'm going to give you a couple of examples of what that is.
Please.
Okay?
Okay.
So let's say you're driving home. And it's the same way you've always driven. You've just left work and you all of a sudden you get home. And then you say, how did I get here?
Ah.
How did I get here?
Right.
All that time, you know that you stopped at stoplights.
Yeah.
You know you didn't hit anybody.
You're still alive.
Exactly. You're in hypnosis.
Ah.
So it's kind of like daydreaming, but you're a little bit further because what was in front of you was gone.
Right.
Right? Because you don't know how you got there.
Right.
You don't remember that stoplight that you stopped at. Right?
Yeah.
But you did arrive.
Because I'm thinking that's how it happens all the time.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I like driving.
Yeah, but that's one of the states of being in hypnosis.
Okay.
Okay, I got another one for you. How about this?
Okay, yeah.
You know when you go to the movies?
Yes.
What kind of movies do you like?
Suspense and action.
Okay. Suspense. The music comes on.
Right.
Or like, you know, perfect one, Jaws. And everybody's like, you know,
right, on edge.
That's already ingrained in you.
Right.
Or when something scary is going to happen and you're sitting there, you're clutching your friends.
Right.
Oh my God, what's
You're
going
not
on?
breathing.
Yes.
Turning red and purple.
Exactly. You went into hypnosis. You are now there. You are now there with them in that movie.
Right, I was literally just watching a movie and this girl was like going through this human maze and all these obstacles, fighting for her life, and I was literally, she had to like crawl through this, and I'm literally on the couch doing like this. I was like, wait a minute, it's like, you're not. So I was under hypnosis.
Yes.
Or
in a state of hypnosis.
In a state of hypnosis.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. It happens all the time, every single day. Mostly everybody at some point in their day go into hypnosis. It's more prevalent when you're watching television or you're doing video games, that kind of thing, because of the bright lights coming at you. But you're in hypnosis.
Wow. So you would say if you set an appointment with Shelby and you're going to get the hypnosis treatment or whatever, that's more of a conscious choice of being hypnotized opposed to involuntarily or subconsciously.
Yeah. The only thing that's unfortunate about the fact that for everyday use of going in and out of hypnosis is then we become very susceptible to the people that are around us.
Okay.
You know how your parents always say, stop hanging around with so and so, and if they jumped off the bridge, would you jump off too?
Right.
Yes. Why? You were in hypnosis, and especially teenagers, because they go in and out all the time. Kids and teenagers. All the time. So it's very, very easy for them to do what everybody else is doing.
So I guess they used to call it peer pressure. Or they call it peer pressure, but that's really a state of hypnosis.
Yes. Especially with teenagers, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, there is peer pressure too.
Right.
Do it. But just because nobody's telling you to do it, but the whole crowd, that energy that's going,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, that's really basically the state.
The state, okay.
But what I do, and I help you to do, is let's say there's something that you really, really want to do for yourself, and you know it's good for you.
Right.
But for some reason, you can't get yourself to do it.
Like stop eating cereal?
Okay.
Like I can't stop eating cereal.
Most likely, it's because of something that's already in your subconscious. And usually what's in your subconscious is between the age of 0 and 9. Oh. That's when things get planted in.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so that cereal, you probably ate cereal when you were a child.
I'm pretty sure I did.
And it's probably, maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a comfort with that cereal. It makes you feel like, okay, I'm loved, and this is home, and everything is good, and so it's locked into that. But the thing is outside of that 9 years old and going into adulthood, you've already got lots of evidence that you're loved, that you can take care of things, that you're strong, and that you have the power to do certain things in your life.
Right.
But the thing is, that 0 to 9,
it's already ingrained.
It's already there. And so my job would be to bring up all these other things and know, because it's in your subconscious also.
Yeah.
It's just not as strong.
Right.
And the thing is to link that with your conscious state of knowing this is what you want, and the two coming together and being congruent.
Oh, so just making you aware of the thing of why you're behaving or making the choices that you're making.
Right. Ooh. And to give you more support that you in your subconscious also still know that. It's kind of like the meeting together and going, oh yeah. And the best part about it, then it becomes easy. Okay. Because then you don't go, I'm not going to eat the cereal.
Right.
No. We've put it together.
Right.
I know what the cereal does for me. It makes me feel good and comfortable, like when I was at home with my mom and all these other things. But I also have all these other experiences in my life that are wonderful too. And I'm the one who is in charge of all of that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm the one who has the power over that, and I've got so much more to choose from.
Right.
Yeah. So I help you to do that kind of thing.
Awesome.
So you can do what you need to for your life.
Yeah. So I'm curious, and I'm pretty sure others are curious too, like, is there a feeling or certain ways, say for instance you're in a session, a hypnosis session, like how does it feel? How do you know it's working? That sort of thing.
The way that you feel, everyone feels a little bit different. Might be tingly, but you're extremely relaxed and you feel good. You really do feel good.
Yeah.
And the way you know that it's working is that when you come out of the state and you proceed in your life, you'll notice that things are easier for you to do and accomplish.
Right.
Because you're now congruent with what you're thinking you want.
And what?
And intrinsically, that subconscious, that they're in agreement.
It's more an alignment. Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. Because I talk about that all the time. It's like, I'm more aware now since I've been doing the work in self-development that my energies have to align with what I say I want, and then what my subconscious is actually believing that I'm equal to receive.
Yes.
So it kind of brings that into an alignment for you.
Absolutely.
Opposed to fighting against it and not realizing that belief was off or something. It kind of, ooh.
And also there's times some people have been taught that they have to fight. They have to fight for it.
Yeah, like the struggle is real.
Right.
I hate that.
Or someplace in our lives we may have been taught that you might start saying bad things to yourself to get you to do things. Oh, I knew you wouldn't do that. You needed it. You need to stop that. I'm working on a program now and where we teach or help people to realize to make yourself your best friend. So you can stop lying to yourself. I'm going to get up at 4:30 in the morning. And you...
Eat some cereal.
Just kidding.
no, but
Yeah. Because you want to be accountable. You know, as your best friend, you're not going to lie to your best friend.
Right.
Because if it's really your best friend, they know who you are.
Right.
You don't need to lie to them.
That is so insightful because I'm a pretty disciplined person. And there was a time where I was getting up early in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. I still do get up at 5. But there was a time where I was going running every single morning. And I tried to go back to that like recently, like this past year. And it just wasn't working for me. And then I would beat myself up because I'm like, oh, you can't. But it's like, but why do I really want to get up and run? Like, I can still do my cardio at the gym later. Why do I want to get up early and do it? Like,
and why do you think that was?
I felt like, I don't know, I created some concept that that's what I needed to do to get like, say for instance, I wanted to drop 5 pounds or something. Like, I knew I lost a lot of weight then getting up and running, so I thought if I did that again, I would lose the weight that I currently wanted to lose.
It could be that. Could it also, did you know a lot of people were getting up at 5 o'clock running?
No.
No?
Not really. It was just the thing that I had done before. I don't know. I don't know if I really related it to other people doing it. Okay. Yeah. Maybe not. Yeah.
But it could be just that you did it before, like you just said.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that you really do know.
Right.
So that's
it's almost like it's almost like that was the only way. It's like it's not the only way you can lose the 5 pounds, but I knew that like that was the only way.
Yeah. You could stop eating cereal.
That's the truth. Help me, Jesus. My family calls me the serial killer. Oh. It's real. It's real, Shelby. I'm telling you. These thighs didn't get here by accident. That's cereal. I just killed a box of cereal. Because you know I love the 99-cent store, right? And you know, like, growing up as a kid, I loved the Little Debbie's oatmeal cupcakes. And they had Little Debbie's oatmeal cupcake cereal, and I had to try it. 2 days, the box was gone.
Oh.
That's how bad it is.
Oh.
That's how bad. That's why I wanted to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to run it off.
So what is in the cereal that you like so much?
Okay, so there's a thing. First of all, you don't want to be around me if I'm eating cereal because it's disgusting. And I know it.
That's why they call you a cereal.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's something about when you're putting the spoon of cereal in your mouth and that cold milk, and then the feel of it, the way it feels going in, and it just like I just have to hit them back to back. Like I don't go for breaths. Like I just go in. It's a comfort feeling, just like feeling that cold milk with the cereal, and there's sugar. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's
wow.
Yeah, I'm a serial killer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, could you change the kind of cereal?
I do it all the time. I just love cereal. No, I mean.
I understand that. Well, if it gives you that satisfaction,
yeah.
Really it's not hurting you.
No.
But perhaps if you change the kind of cereal that you eat, then that 5 pounds won't make a difference. Because really, just, you know what I'm saying?
Because it's a weird thing. Like, it's not so much sugary, because, like, I love shredded wheat. Like, I love shredded wheat. I tear some shredded wheat up. And it's not like that it's like an unhealthy cereal, because mostly I eat healthier cereal.
Okay.
But, like, say, there are some sugary ones. If it's peanut butter, I'm eating it, you know? But, yeah, so I don't know if it's so much like the sugar or the kind, but it's just like the feel of eating cereal.
Do you have a big bowl or is it a small bowl? Or what
I've trained myself to go a little smaller, but they were always big. You know, from Texas, everything's bigger in Texas, including that bowl of cereal.
So okay. Yeah. But you've gotten smaller.
I've gotten smaller.
Okay.
I've gotten a little self-control.
Okay. And you're eating the healthiest cereal that you can?
I try to go off cereal.
Okay.
Like, if say I just killed this box of cereal, it's like, okay, at least 2 weeks, I don't buy any cereal.
And how do you feel at those times when you're doing that?
It depends. If I'm really busy and focused on other things, it doesn't bother me.
Okay.
But if I, like, say for instance, women, it's that time of the month, and then I want to be snacky, then I'll go for the box of cereal.
Okay. So basically once a month?
Pretty much.
So rather than doing it any other time, what if you just broke it down to once a month? Does that sound painful?
No,
Second thoughts on that.
No. Okay, yeah, because it's like I'm already doing that anyways. So it's like mentally.
Well, because you just said that when you're busy, it doesn't bother you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So therefore, you really don't have to do it. But if you saved it until that time of the month,
Mm-hmm.
that would break all that other time down, and that's the only time that you do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because it makes you happy too.
Yeah.
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 You're gonna have to
It's a
produce
real
a
thing.
video and just
It's that gets you. You locked in once you get that. Oh, this is reality for me. I mean, need to book me a session. Oh my God. For me, I feel like I'm more consciously aware, like if I'm watching TV or like being aware, like, oh, I'm in hypnosis, or if I've come out of it, I'm like, wow, I was just hypnotized.
Yeah.
And I think people even say it like in a joking manner, like say for instance, the guy was like, yeah, I had her hypnotized, or vice versa. You know what I mean? Because they think that, you know what I mean? But it's a true thing. Like they're really not lying. If you're kind of swept away, or you.
The situation could be very, very late, you haven't had enough sleep, you haven't had enough water, all of this, it will set you up. Oh, if you eat too much sugar, that can set you off. There are so many little things that can set you off, and you're going, why did I do that? I had so much control, but there's other things that will set you off. There was a client, and she was battling it, and I came in. I just wanted to help. Okay, her hands are now clubs like this. She cannot open her hands. She's now in a wheelchair. She was a former dancer. She's an actress also, and she's going, what's going on? Because she wanted to be in control of everything. What's going on? I don't know if it's working. I don't know if it's working. I don't know if it's working. She's in a wheelchair. Then I see her on Facebook, and she's posted, one of the things is we take people down the staircase in hypnosis. Some of you probably have experienced that before. So she was standing at the top of a staircase.
Within her hypnosis?
No.
In real life?
In real life.
Okay.
After the fact.
Okay.
So, like I said, we do like a staircase thing where you're walking down these staircases. And she was saying, well, I don't know if it's working. I don't know, on and on and on. Well, on Facebook, she posted herself standing at the top of a staircase and then walking down the staircase. And I said, you don't know if it's working? Oh. You've been in a wheelchair. And you are now standing at the top of a staircase, walking down the staircase and saying on Facebook, look everybody, I'm walking down the staircase.
Yeah.
She didn't make the connection. It's
kind of like when I was telling you later, like how I manifested certain things, and then later on really connected it and being like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And like realizing months later, like, oh, I manifested this.
Another example is kind of through the pandemic.
Yeah.
A lot of people had anxiety, and of course they're very justified at that. And usually that's because somebody's trying to live in the future as opposed to the now. But with the pandemic, who thought it was going to last more than a month?
Right.
Which produced a lot of anxiety in people.
Right.
So a lot of calls that I received were just to help to calm people down through their anxiety so that they can live the very next day and start to be productive again. Because some people that's all they could do is worry.
Yeah.
And they just wanted to be productive again. With their families and all of that. Or if, the husband and wife, you want to be productive to show the kids that this is a way of moving through this issue.
Yeah. It's so interesting. I was reading Superbrain. I actually made a post about it either yesterday or the day before. And Superbrain by Deepak Chopra. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. But it was just like fear. I think it's all fear. Anxiety, I feel like, is based out of fear. Like, if you fear the future, you fear the unknown or whatever, worrying. And it was just like, fear doesn't exist, or you can diminish the fear once you take control and become, I guess, more aware that it's really not a thing. You're creating it in your perception.
Correct.
So it's like a reversal of that.
The unknown, and giving the unknown energy, a voice, actually putting it in command of yourself. But it's not even tangible.
Right.
It's not.
Right.
But it is an energy.
Yeah.
And who feeds that energy?
You do.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's a huge thing of like what I'm always like promoting and talking about is like your thoughts create your reality.
Absolutely.
If you're constantly thinking these negative things and worrying about these things, then you're creating the possibility for those instances to happen to you.
Right. Giving it a lot of energy and a lot of time. You know, the simple thing is if there's something that is worrying you, or if you want to try and change a habit,
right,
every time you do that habit, you need to do another thing that is contrary to that habit.
Right, for their goal. So it's like a reversal of a habit. Like,
oh, yeah.
But one would have to be very conscious of that in the first place and be aware that they're doing it and not justifying. I find a lot of times when people say, oh, well, blah, 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 and they always find a justification as to why they have to do that thing, yet still saying they want to get that goal. But it's like, you really don't want that goal if you know that you're doing this thing that's keeping you from that goal, but yet you're still choosing to do that thing.
Because sometimes the conversation is much more interesting than actually doing it. Let's all sit around, you know, let's go on a diet, okay? Let's get together at restaurant, good food, and we're going to talk about losing weight.
Right.
Let's order this side of the menu to make sure we all are happy.
Right.
And we'll sit around eating as we're talking about our plan about losing weight.
Right. And
so, because food is entertainment, you know, so as opposed to nourishment, you know, you have to take it from a point of that, just that, you know, it is entertainment basically here,
right,
you know, and change it to just nourishment.
And hypnosis can help you change those behaviors by suggestion. Yeah, because
most people know, when it comes to losing weight, most people know how to lose weight.
But the action,
the habits and the whys, you know, why do I want to lose weight?
Stronger than the will.
In your conscious mind, you know, you have willpower. And, you know, I call it like a guy.
Yeah.
Will. Last name Power. He's
That's
good for like a couple of days, but then you don't hear from him. You know?
Oh, wow. That's a good concept.
Willpower.
Willpower.
Yeah.
Good for
he shows up for a couple of days.
Oh, wow.
Then he ghosts you.
He ghosts you.
Yeah.
Gone. Where you at when I need you, Will?
Well, that's right.
Will? Where you at when I'm eating this cereal, Will? It's my second bowl, Will. Where you at? Wow. Yeah. So it's like getting that willpower in your conscious mind, you said, right?
No. So, willpower, like I said, ghosts you.
Right.
You want to use the hypnosis between the conscious and the subconscious mind. So it has nothing to do with willpower. Then it becomes easy.
Oh. Yeah. So willpower ain't got nothing to do with it. We don't need you, Will.
Don't need Will.
We don't need you.
No.
Go on, bruh.
Yeah.
Don't come back now.
You can't depend on Will.
Oh. Like willpower is irrelevant to changing the behavior.
Correct.
It's not about...
It's getting the conscious mind and the subconscious mind to agree. Get a plan and stay on the plan.
Right.
Because it'll be easy to stay on the plan as long as the subconscious and the conscious are in agreement. And how does one get there? I know hypnosis gets you there. Because your subconscious... Because you actually know what's in your subconscious. You do.
Yeah.
It's not me telling you what's in your subconscious.
You know.
You know. You're going to tell me. And I'm the one who's going to feed it back to you so that it works together. Because you know.
Right.
Everybody knows how to get what they want. Truly. It's just a matter if they really, really want it.
And if they believe they can have it.
And believe that they can have it.
Wow. So when it comes to that belief part, in hypnosis, say for someone wants to be married and in a happy relationship or something. And they want it, but their belief, like, oh, I don't believe I can be loved in that capacity or whatever it is. How would you guide someone via hypnosis to believing that they can have that they're worthy enough or whatever
that thought would have been in their subconscious mind. We would discover what exactly is the thought, why you have it, and what evidence do you have for having that thought. And then from there we would break it down with conscious thought, reality, and truth.
Okay.
And then from there, breaking it down and causing it to just kind of
crumble away.
Yeah. Because some of the things are craziness, like we had when we were children. I'm telling you, between 0 and 9.
Yeah.
You know, you've got a thought in your brain about being married, but it could have been just a tiny little thing that happened when you were a child, and you may have misunderstood.
Right.
But in your mind, you really believe that that's what it is.
Wow.
We have to find what that is.
Perception is your reality. Because however you perceive that.
Yes.
Wow. So yeah, I got a lot of questions to ask myself. My God.
Yeah.
Wow. Because I remember an example for me. I can remember. I wasn't even a child. This is like early 20s, I guess. I remember. All right, we had a little camera hiccup. Battery ran out of juice. We're gonna finish up on the cell phone, the good old handy iPhone. But yeah, I was saying how I remember after, like, the aftermath of, like, not aftermath, but like hindsight, looking back and remembering someone telling me that, oh, you're not a good dancer. And then me later on, like, wanting to pursue dancing, but not really fully giving my all or fully dancing, you know what I mean?
Right.
To my capabilities, because that limited me, because that stuck in my head.
Right.
And then later finding out, like you said, the subconscious knows. Then I put 2 and 2 together, and I was like, oh.
So sometimes you don't know where the information comes from, but then you discover it. That's why I was saying you have to go down and you discover what is going on.
Yeah.
You know, all the things that come up.
Right.
So sometimes people feel like hypnosis is like magic. It's not magic.
Yeah.
It takes time. And the person, the client, will want to spend the time and discover what it is. Go, but I know I want this, but something in me just won't let me do it. It's probably something that happened a long time ago.
Yeah. I remember too, thinking back, like when I went deeper into, I guess I call it my self-development work, where I was just like, I didn't understand what was happening in my life. I was like, something's not clicking. Like, what is happening? I was like just reaching for stuff, trying to find an answer, and then like coming across like different speakers or leaders or whatever,
Right.
and then breaking things down. But it's kind of that same I guess scenario when someone's wanting to figure it out, and hypnosis will help guide them to figuring it out.
And then again, there's times in real life where when people have told you, you know, you can be anything you want to be.
Yeah.
But that person who's telling you that has never done anything themselves.
Oh.
So sometimes you look out into the world and you're listening to certain people, but those people haven't done it.
Right.
But sometimes they give you the critique, thinking that their critique is based on something, except for just their own opinion, and it's not valid.
Right.
Told you that you weren't a good dancer. Who is that?
Right.
What gave that person the
authority? Right.
But then you or me, we said, oh yeah, they told me I wasn't good. My sister told me I had no rhythm. And I remember.
And who you are, choreographing on or dancing for Michael Jackson and all these other incredible people?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you didn't give that power, so you were still able to go out and do what you knew your passion and talent was.
Well, the biggest thing is because I really wasn't a talker. So I was sad. I remember I was sad.
Yeah.
I remember when I was living in Puerto Rico, I auditioned for, I tried out to be a cheerleader, and once again they told me I was uncoordinated. But the real truth was they wanted all the sisters in the family to be the cheerleaders, and there's only a certain amount of spots. But people will tell you whatever they want to tell you.
Right.
So that you can believe that it was something that you were lacking, you know? And then I'm thinking, nah.
Right.
I just went ahead and did it anyway.
Yeah. But that's a strength that a lot of people may not have. So I feel like doing your self-development work, or
Absolutely.
using the tools of hypnosis or whatever other tools, meditation or whatever it is, to help you ground yourself, know who you are, know you're enough, have that self-power that can't be wavered by one person's comment or critique or whatever.
I also call it cleaning. You want to clean out some of that old stuff. Clean out some of that old garbage that is holding you back.
Right.
So that you can move forward into the greatness that you're supposed to be into.
What do you think, like, if you're not even aware that something is holding you back, to even approach it, to try to take care of it or clean house or whatever? Because
it shows up in different ways.
Yeah.
For example, there's hypnosis for people to lose weight, and a lot of times it has nothing to do with that. It's other stuff. A lot of stuff. People who want to stop smoking.
Right.
It can be other stuff. It may not just be the smoking.
Yeah.
It hides in that kind of form, and you keep badgering yourself because I know I can stop, but it's something else on top of it.
Like, I've heard people like talk about it or whatever before, and I would hear them say like it's like something that's like a protective thing that protects them, or
absolutely, it protects them, or they could call it blocks in front of you. So in other words, through hypnosis and sessions, there's all these blocks, right? And you just start taking away the blocks, take away. Now the thing is that you have to be brave enough to take away the blocks, but it's not going to hurt you in that kind of sense.
Yeah.
But are you brave enough to have a complete, wonderful, fantastic life?
Yeah.
Because I will tell you that the media and television gives you lots of excuses not to. So are you going to be brave enough to do that? Because sometimes when the people are around you, seeing you do, it can upset them.
Yeah. And I think that is one thing that like irks me, even from a personal experience. Like, say for instance, I've been working on myself, I'm feeling more confident, and then one person will be like, "Thank you, all, you hot shit," or whatever, and it's like, and then that makes me like I don't want you to think that I'm better than you, or I'm just I'm working on myself. I'm trying to just feel good and have a good day. You know what I mean? But someone else will say something to snap you. Well, it had happened to me before, and like kind of put me back in, and not, you know.
You better
go
sit down. Yeah. But the thing is, once again, we're back to that one person.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I've done is, in those kind of situations, I look at that person and I say, not to them. You're telling me this, or insinuating this, this is what I'm receiving from you. What have you done? What have you produced in this world?
Right.
Because we're supposed to be producing goodness.
Yes.
But what have you produced? Tell me your story.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
When you've put your fingers in things, what happened? What did you create? What did you produce?
Yeah. I feel like also it's kind of like when someone does say something like that, or anything in that content, that it's like they see a freedom in you that they wish they had, or a courage or something that they wish they had, but then they have to throw something negative at you or whatever, make you sound like whatever, to comfort their inability, or like not having the courage or bravery.
Well, one of the great things, though, in hypnosis, what I can do too, is that if it tends to be a statement that people say or try and do, and those kind of things, I can have you receive it differently.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are? Oh, well, let me tell you.
Right.
Inside, you can say it out loud if you want to, but if you want an argument or whatever, if that, depending on the other person, but it can trigger in you. Well, I'm a person who makes things happen.
Yeah.
I'm a person who creates.
Yeah.
I'm a person who, and you have a long list, so that when somebody says that question with an attitude toward you, all of that stuff comes up in your list, you know. Well, I am,
Here's my list.
Yeah.
You want to hear it? Here it goes.
Yeah. Because I know that you've seen times when somebody says something to someone and the person who's receiving it, there's a little smile that pops up on their face. Inside they're
shuts
going,
them down. Yeah.
What are you smiling at? See? I knew you didn't, you know. You think you're this and you think, and you're inside
And I'll
you're
be
going,
like, yeah, you know, I've been doing a lot of work on myself. Thank you. That's such a great compliment. Such a great compliment.
That's right.
Thank you for sharing that
was
with
applause.
me. Good for me. I'm going to go have a bowl of cereal now. No, I'm joking. Taking a different reaction
Hearing
to
it different. That's the best part.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah. And it also gives that person, like, an opportunity to reflect on themselves. You know what I mean? Or maybe you encourage them now.
I have a friend who has been doing hypnotherapy, and she says all the time, had I known that all I had to do was have a couple of sessions of hypnotherapy, I can make it through all of this instead of spending 10 years fighting this and fighting that. Yeah. It's not magic.
Right.
So let's not think that. But it is you deciding what you want in your life.
Yes.
And getting your mind and your subconscious mind to agree on it. And being brave enough to go forward.
Decide to succeed.
You've got it.
Oh, that is what we're all about.
That's right.
That's what we're all about.
That's right.
Whatever path, whatever tool, hypnosis, meditation, yoga, whatever it is that can get you in alignment to make that concrete decision to succeed in life, to succeed in your health, succeed in your mental state.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you so much, Shelby, for
welcome.
talking with us. I feel so much better. I've gotten so much insight on hypnotherapy. I'm definitely setting up a session. But if someone does want to have a session with you, how can they reach you? Are you on social media, that sort of thing?
Yes. On Facebook, Hypnosis with Shelby. Hypnosis with Shelby.
Okay.
There, you can reach me through that. My telephone number is 323-801-8788. My Instagram, the Hypnosis with Shelby, on Instagram also.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much again. It's been delightful. Decide to succeed with Shelby Ray Brown.
Decide to succeed.
Yes, set your hypnosis appointments, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.